before this story begins. Don't rush, take a breath, because this is not a loud story. It will not shock you. It will not beg for attention. It will sit with you quietly, like something you didn't know you needed. Welcome to Lumisette Narratives. This channel is for the moments people don't talk about, for emotions that arrive after midnight, for kindness that never gets thanked, and never leaves anyway. If stories like this help you feel less alone in your silence, please subscribe, because sometimes we don't need motivation, we need presence. This story is about loyalty, about patience, and about a love so quiet it almost goes unnoticed every evening. As the city began to exhale, there was a bus stop on the edge of a tired street. Not an important one. No bright lights, no advertisements. Just a bench, a flickering street lamp, and the sound of people leaving their days behind. And every evening, the dog arrived. No one knew his story, which meant everyone assumed it wasn't important. He had scars on his legs, one ear folded like it had once been stepped on. His fur was uneven clean in places, matted in others. The kind of dog people don't look twice at, the kind the world steps around. He never ran, never wagged his tail too hard, never made noise. He sat always a few feet from the bench, as if he understood boundaries better than most humans. He watched buses come, watched people leave, watched lives continue without him, and still he stayed. People passed him every day. Some avoided eye contact, some whispered, "Poor thing." Some wondered whose responsibility he was. No one asked why he waited, because most people don't ask. Question shone, the answer might require them to care. The dog learned this early. He learned that kindness must be quieter, it will be rejected. So he offered it the only way he knew how, by staying when someone sat down heavily. As if gravity had suddenly increased, the dog shifted closer. Just enough. When someone sighed too long, the dog listened. When someone cried without sound, the dog didn't leave. He didn't fix anything. He didn't need to. Then one night, a man arrived who didn't look like the others. He didn't arrive with urgency or distraction. He arrived like someone Yuho had already lost. He sat down slowly, too slowly, like standing required more effort than he could afford. His hands were empty. No phone, no bag dot, just skin and bone and a face that had stopped pretending. The dog noticed. Immediately, not because the man called him, but because pain has a smell, and lonely hearts recognize each other. The dog walked over and sat beside him. The man didn't flinch, didn't smile, didn't move. Minutes passed, the city hummed. Behind them, then the man spoke, not to the dog, not to the street, to the air. "I don't think anyone would notice if I stopped coming." His voice wasn't loud. It didn't need to be. The dog leaned closer. That was the moment. Not dramatic, not cinematic, just two broken, buying scoosing, not to turn away. The man's hand trembled as it rested on the dog's head. He hadn't touched another living thing in weeks, maybe months. The dog didn't pull away, didn't ask for more, just stayed. Tears came quietly, the dangerous kind, the kind that doesn't want attention. The man whispered things he had never said out loud, things people don't say because they don't want to burden anyone. "I'm so tired. I tried. I really tried." The dog listened, not with solutions, but with something far more rare. Acceptance. The bus arrived. Doors opened. People boarded. The man didn't move. The dog didn't move. The bus left. The world kept going. And for the first time in a long time, the man didn't feel pressured to keep up. That night was not the end. It was the beginning. The man came back the next evening. Earlier this time, he brought a piece of bread. Not because the dog asked, because he needed a reason to return. They sat together. Some nights they spoke. Most nights they did. The dog never judged. The silence. Some nights the man disappeared for days. The dog waited anyway. Rain soaked his fur. Cold stiffened his legs. But the dog stayed, because when you've been abandoned enough, you understand what waiting means. One evening, the man didn't come. The next evening, he didn't come again. The third night, the dog still waited, because kindness doesn't calculate odds. It hopes. On the fourth night, the man returned, thinner, tired, but alive. He sat down beside the dog and rested his forehead against his knees. "I almost didn't come back," he whispered. The dog pressed closer. That was enough. No one ever adopted the dog. No viral video. No applause. But somewhere in the city, a man learned how to stay alive because something stayed with him first. Sometimes kindness doesn't save you loudly. It doesn't pull you away from the edge. Sometimes it just sits beside you and refuses to leave until you, desiderato, stay too. If this story reached you, don't scroll yet. Sit with it, and if you believe quiet kindness still matters, subscribe to Lumisette Narratives. Share this story with someone new who may be waiting silent lifer. A reason to keep going. Tell me in the comments, have you ever been savored by someone who never spoke? And wherever you are watching from, may someone sit beside you when the world feels too heavy. Because kindness doesn't always arrive as rescue. Sometimes it just stays.